Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform. If you like what you are watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. Here we react to all forms of videos. I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform for us to use to disseminate information to the members of the public. I at the same time put disclaimer that Linda's TV show do not and will not in any way promote hate speech, misleading information, or violence. We are only here to educate the members of the public. My dear,
you see hatred in my speech because I say I am happy to see how France is burning down. But you are seeing Congo is being stabilized by France, Burkina being stabilized by France, Mali being stabilized by France, Guinea being stabilized by France, Togo being stabilized by France. You don't see any hatred in it. But as if your fellow black man came out to educate people of what is going on, you see hatred in it. I feel pity for that person who wrote that comment. I feel pity for you, because your mentality is, you are having a mentality that is really very wrong, and you will hate yourself forever. Even the whole Africa love themselves. You particularly, personally, will hate yourself forever. How do you expect Africa to grow when Africans see hatred in each other educating words? We refuse to accept it. Even those who stand and say we should love ourselves, you see hatred in their words. How do you expect white people to see us when we are against each other? I think all of black Africans should feel proud when someone says, I am happy to see France burning down. If you know what France have done to Africa, if you know the damages that France caused in Africa, I think if someone came out to say, I am happy to see France burning down, all Africans should be in support of that word. If you really have been following the stories, what France have done to Africa and what France is still doing to Africa, and how migrants have been treated, your fellow black African brothers in Europe have been treated by Europeans. We have been treated even more badly like dogs. Their dogs are better than black migrants. Because their dogs, when their dogs fall sick, when they call ambulance, in 1 minute ambulance will come to pick the dog and take the dog to the hospital. When a black man falls sick, before the ambulance will come, it will take 2, 3, 4 hours. Maybe the black man will die. That's the time the ambulance will come and take the dead body. These are all things that we use and learn from them. You cannot change my mentality as a black African because you just hate what I am saying. You can't change my mentality. My mentality have been changed from the African slavery mentality to the African natural mentality by God, not by me, but by God. God just choose to change my mentality to become whoever I am today, to think however I am thinking today. God do it for a reason. And whatever God do is being appreciated by me. Whatever I see in my life, I appreciate it by God. If it is from God, I appreciate it. God is never gonna make mistake to make me to love myself, to make me to see the true side of Africa and to see the bad side of Africa. What is the destruction of Africa? I think if we are not thinking well, the hatred on ourselves is gonna make us to eat ourselves and finish ourselves. Black Africans, the hatred we have on ourselves, if we are not careful, we will eat ourselves and finish ourselves by ourselves. If we are not careful, there will be a time every Pan-African who speak about Africa, fight for Africa, will see it as it's useless. When you continue to do something, but you see your own fellow people who you are fighting for, those are the peoples who fight against you. But your enemies who you are fighting against, they know what you are saying, and they never distract you, because they know whatever you said about them is the fact. But your own fellow black peoples who are not being educated, is due to the education system in Africa. Children have not been educated in school to know the story of their own forefathers and to know their own story, to know why they are poor. If our children in Africa have been educated in school to let them know that your great-grandfathers have been a slave, they have been maltreating your great-grandfathers, they have been doing this to you, they are the cause of your future not being beautiful today. Children are going to grow up with a mentality to see the true side of Africa. But children have been teaching, they have been teaching children in school to let them know that they are not better. White people are more better than us. White people are richer than us. White people are educated than us. They have all the technologies. They have everything more than us. We are nobody in front of white man. They are our superior. This is how children have been teaching in Africa. But you must know one thing, that every job I do for Africa, nobody asks me to do it. I do it by myself. And I think also nobody will make me to stop doing it. If Europeans, where I live in Europe, I live among them. If I am saying all this and Europeans are tired of stopping me, you think you Africans sitting down one corner can stop me doing this? Think about it. I'm living in Europe. Do you think if I am saying something about Europeans that is a false information, do you think I will not be arrested? As an African, think about it. Whatever I say on my media, if it is a false information, I will be arrested by now. To be detained that I am brainwashing people with false information. Do you know that is a crime in Europe? It's a big crime in Europe when you go into internet and to lie against people, to give people false information. It's a crime in Europe and you will be arrested for it and detained in prison for it. Do you think they don't watch my media? They watch my media. Whatever I say, they know. But they know also that whatever this boy is saying, he's not lying. When we arrest him today to detain him, to say he is saying false information, he can prove it. And even the whole world can prove it, that what this boy is saying is the fact. That's why I am not being arrested. But if I am given false information, and as an African you think like I am just being hatred, doing hatred on white people, then you must be making a very big mistake. Even white people know that whatever I said, if there is a hatred in my word, then they are the one making the hatred. I am speaking the history of white people. So if you see hatred in my words, then it's not me who hate them. They hate themselves. And they put the hatred on themselves. Because when they react like they hate me, and I explain the story to Africans, and as an African you see hatred in my word, you think like I'm the one who hate white people. If I hate white people today, I have all the right to hate white people. Because someone who maltreat your forefathers, maltreat your great-grandfathers, maltreat your fathers, destroy your future today. That's why today you came to them to work for them like a slave still, because they destroy your future in Africa. They make sure that every generation that is coming doesn't meet anything to work on in Africa. That's why every generation in Africa will always keep on migrating. We will always keep on begging them for money. So do you think if I hate white people today, I don't have the right to hate them? People who destroy my future today. While if their children grow up, their children are never migrating to another country. Their children, they meet everything is perfect for them. They prepare their children's future, but they never want African elders to prepare their children's future. They always want Africans' future to be going poor, poor, poor. But their children's future, they are always planning for it. In technical way, in educational way, in always in mentality way, for their children's future to be better. That's why their children are not migrating. So think about it. I'm living in Europe, and Europe here there is a law. Don't think like in Europe here, if you are in Europe here, you can come to media and do whatever you like. No. If you give false information, you will be arrested for it. If you say something in media that is not true and you are lying against even European, all my words go to Europeans. And do you think if I'm putting false information on Europeans, I will not be arrested? You think they are not observing me? You think they don't want to arrest me? They wanted to arrest me. But they are waiting for a day for me to say something that will go against the policy of Europe. And they will arrest me. But I'm always trying to guide those lines. I'm here to educate my people, to let my people know who they are. And it is hurting Europeans. If it is hurting Europeans for me to let my African people know who Europeans are, and some of my fellow Africans also is hurting them, why am I educating them? It's a big pity. If you hate me. If you hate me, you hate yourself, not me. Not me. Because whatever I do and whatever I say is for you. Whatever I said in media today is for you, for your good. I will never say something that will become dangerous for Africa or that will make Africa to go backward. I always want Africa to stand in a place where everyone will respect any African that go outside. But why Africans are not being respected outside? Even in our own countries, in Africa there, we are slaves there. We don't have respect there, in our own countries. And you expect when we go out we will have respect. They say dance abroad before dance abroad. So I think before I will fight for Europeans, I should fight for my people first. Dance abroad before dance abroad. So don't hate me for no reason, because I am speaking out something to educate my peoples as an African. Whatever is happening in France today, this young boy is just a boy, 16 years. His mother is down here. Although I always tell people, even Arabs feel like they are better than us. Why? Why do I say this sometimes? Arabs feel like they are better than us. Every color in this world, black man saw them that they are nobody. We saw to every color. We saw to Arabs we are nobody. We saw to Europeans we are nobody. So every color in this world can treat us as they want. Nothing will come out of it. But we need to learn why Arabs are more. Because we are migrants and Arabs are migrants in Europe. But why they deserve more respect than black peoples? Why? We need to ask ourselves this question. Where do they stand? Do they take some point that we don't take? So how do they take those points? How do they deserve that big respect more than us when we are both migrants in Europe here? So we need to ask ourselves these questions and calculate why Arabs are not being maltreated the same way black people are being maltreated as migrants. We need to ask ourselves these questions and calculate and minus and divide. And we will find out that there is something we are missing, something we are refusing to do, and Arab people are doing. That's why they deserve big respect from Europeans. They deserve not to be maltreated by Europeans. Europeans are afraid to maltreat white Arab peoples. But they are not afraid to maltreat black man. They are not afraid to murder black man. But they are always afraid to make a mistake to murder one Arab boy. Why? When we sit and calculate it, we will find out that it's our fault. We refuse to do one thing, or we refuse to do one or two things. Or we are afraid to do one or two things. We think we are the best. We want to be the best. We want to be the gentle. Arabs are not gentle. In Europe here, they are not gentle. But if you ask Europeans, they will tell you that black Africans are the ones who are not gentle. They are rough, they are criminals, they are terrorists. But for us, if you calculate, you come in a better way, you want to say the truth. Black people are more gentle than Arab people in Europe here. But why are they not putting the gentility on us? Because we always want to show them love. We always want to show them that, oh, you people are better than us. Arabs are not ready to show them that you people are better than us. Arabs show them that we are all equal, or we are better than you. So if you cannot maltreat your own peoples, you cannot maltreat us also. Because we are all the same, or we are better than you. Arabs are showing them that. Look at what is happening in France. That is a lesson. What language that is speaking to France government? That they should never try this in their life, to murder an Arab person again, and they will never repeat it again. I swear to God, France will never repeat it. France will never repeat this. All European countries are learning from France's mistake. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, they all know what France is facing right now. It's a total distraction to their development. It's a total terminology distraction to everything. Because right now, France is not safe anymore. Most of the French citizens join Arab people to do this demonstration because they are afraid if they go against Arabs, they will be killed by Arabs. So they will join them by force. But we black Africans, well, how many people they kill? How many black Africans they have been murdering here? They murder Alik, a Nigerian man, nobody talk. We just sit in the internet complain, no demonstration. They kill a Gambian in France called Yusuf Marena, a Gambian. Stamp him to death. We watched the video. Everybody watched the video. They stamp him to death. Who talk about it? Nobody. We just go and do peaceful demonstration. Everybody go to their house and eat. In Germany, they kill a Gambian and bury him because they don't want nobody to know that they kill him. Who talk about it? There was no even demonstration for that one. We just sit in media and discuss it. I think I'm the only person who even talk about that in media. I never see any Gambian who talk about that. A Gambian who was killed in Germany and buried because they didn't want nobody to know. When I have all the evidence, they send me all the pictures where they bury him. I'm the only one who talk about that in media, but nobody talk about it. When a Ghanaian was murdered because he asked for his money in Italy, Sicilia, who talk about it? I never see anybody talk about it on media. I'm the first person to talk about that, and I was the last person. No one talk about it. But look, one Arab was just murdered. All Arabs in the whole Europe joined together in France. Even there were some Arabs in Italy who go to France to do this demonstration. There were some Arabs in Germany who go to France to go and do this demonstration. They came from all corners of Europe to go and show France that we are not idiots and we are not your slaves and we will never be your slaves. And you can't murder us and get away with it. But we black people, when they murder us, we say, oh, you know, he do wrong. We started blaming that brother who was killed. We blame, do you know when our brother died in Europe here, we blame them for being murdered. We don't blame the white man who murdered them. We blame our brother, our own brother. We keep on blaming our own brothers. You can see the example of Gambians being deported. People are blaming their own brothers. We are blaming our own Gambian brothers who have been deported from Germany when they don't do nothing. But we are blaming our own brothers. If you go to internet right now, you meet many Gambians blaming the Gambians who were deported, but they didn't blame German government. They keep on blaming their brothers who have been deported. So we are blaming ourselves even when we are in mess. Even when we are the people who need support, who need justice, we still keep on blaming ourselves. Even that Nigerian man who was murdered. When I saw somebody who was saying that, oh, if that Nigerian man also know that he is not well, why will he go engage in fight? People were blaming him, a dead man who need justice. People were blaming him. So this is how Europeans see us as fools. Because when they murder us, we blame our person. We blame our person who was murdered, who need justice. Instead of for us to stand, even that person was wrong, engaging in fight, but should not be killed. If he is killed, then we should all stand up and support him and give him the best support and show to the Europeans that we cannot be even killed, even when we are wrong in engaging a fight. That doesn't mean we deserve to die. No one deserves to die. If Europeans don't deserve to die, then why black Africans will deserve to be murdered in cold blood and nothing will come out of it? If Europeans don't deserve to be maltreated, why black Africans will be maltreated? We don't care about ourselves. We show to them that we are fools. We keep on blaming ourselves. Why will we blame ourselves? Why are we blaming ourselves? This is why many people were calling me, oh, my brother, even I think somebody was working in Gambian government who was calling me, my brother, whatever is happening in this deportation, we should blame the youths in Germany. And they always call me to blame the youths in Germany. You want me to blame my fellow youths? What did they do? Because you don't want me to blame Germany and you don't want me to blame Gambian government. So you want me to blame the youths who have been deported. When they deport them back to Gambia, they are sitting there with that sadness, with that confusion. And I should come again to blame them, to add the confusion in their brain. They need support. Either in mentality, mental support, or finance support. They need it. So if I can support them in finance, I will support them in mentality. To let them know that it's not their fault to be deported, but it's the fault of the government. To let them feel comfortable that they are not mad and they are not crazy and they are not criminals, but they are fully human beings who their rights have been abused by German government and Gambian government agreement. We should really respect ourselves. If not, We are eating ourselves, we don't know. We think we are doing better for ourselves, but we are not doing better. I see in Europe many black people who have been killed by Europeans. At the same time, we sit in internet and blame that black man who died. We blame the dead man. Our own fellow brother who was murdered in cold blood, we still blame him. When Yusuf, a Gambian who was stabbed to death in Germany, when he was murdered, do you know I almost get arrested because I was like to revenge. When I was saying in media I want to revenge, I almost get arrested because of that word. I was so angry and mad about it, and I make a lot of videos about it. That I was like I must revenge because I know him since Gambia. You know, my sister married his own brother, so I was so mad about it. So I almost got arrested because of the words I say on media. But I see some Gambians who call me, oh, you know that brother who have been stamped to death, that brother like problems. So you are now blaming your own brother who was stamped to death, even if he liked problems, so he deserved to die because he liked problem. You are blaming your own brother. That's why I get problems with Africans. But look what Arabs are doing in France right now. Congratulations to Arab peoples. God bless Arab peoples for destroying France like this. And I will encourage them today, tomorrow. If they like, let them see it like I'm encouraging violence. Because they always see, when people try to teach them lesson, they always see it as violent. But what the police officer do to murder this small boy is not a violent, right? That's what Arab people show them. Since you create violence, then we will make you to get the violence that you want. That's what Arab people are showing them right now. And they will never repeat this, I swear to God. What is happening in France, if you know, you will know that France will never repeat this rubbish again on Arab people. Maybe they will do it to black because we don't care about each other. We cannot do nothing. Whatever they do to us, we still feel it like, we still blame. Do you know when this happened to a black man, we will still blame this child for.
Thank you so much for sticking to this video to the end. Like I said before, now it's time for us to go to the comment section to air our mind and our opinion. Say what you think about this video and this platform. Do it constructively. Share this video, like, subscribe, and also continue to watch Linda's TV show because this is the home of news. Until I see you again in my next video, remain blessed. For now, I would say bye-bye.